Hi, welcome to this Pick a Pile reading. I'm going to be looking today into your next romantic connection. My intention was to do this for single people. However, if you are like in a situationship and you know that it's evolving into something new, or if you're actively just dating, maybe this could tell you a little bit about who you're going to meet and who your next romantic relationship will be with, okay? And then, so I have three piles. Desert Rose. Pile 2 is Malachite. Pile 3 is Lilac Lepidolite. And if I'm saying those wrong, I'm very sorry. I want to give you a little bit of information about each crystal, just so that maybe you can make up your mind a little bit better. However, if you're not new to pick up piles, you can go ahead and just skip all of this if you want. It's up to you. The intro, as someone myself who watches pick a pile readings, I usually don't watch the intros because I kind of like figure out my intuitive hit of what I want to see already, or I look at the timestamps, and sometimes the numbers help me pick a pile, so that could be for some of you. However, I am going to explain the crystals because I feel like I need to, so I'm going to just a little bit about each so that you could get a feel, so you could get a feel for them. Maybe you can pick based on that, or you can choose your pile based on numbers, like I said, with a timestamp. Yeah, so let's go on. All right, so for pile 1, I have Desert Rose. And Desert Rose is lucky for couples, actually. Helps with balance and understanding, opens your heart to understanding each other as well. It's associated with Capricorn, Scorpio, and Taurus, okay? So for pile 2, I have Malachite. I almost said Venus because it is associated with Venus, so that's why I almost said that. So Venus, the number 9 for pile 2. Also heart activation. It's associated with a brave heart, balance, peace, and self-understanding. There's a lot of understanding overall when it comes to this collective as a whole. All of you, all of these piles, it just feels that way. And the fact that I chose these three crystals, it's just what felt right, but they feel right for this kind of reading. And then the last one is Lilac Lepidolite, and it helps you connect your heart, third eye, and crown all together. So it's almost like there's a lot of communication here. This pile is really tapped in, very intense. I don't want to be biased when it comes to the piles. I'm just describing them so you can kind of know. So for Lilac Lepidolite, it connects your heart, third eye, and crown, calming and balancing, cosmic awareness. It's also called the grandmother stone, which I thought was interesting, and I wrote that down because I had to mention it. It also says that it's good for Libra placements, so that's interesting. All right. In every pile, I'm going to obviously explain everything as I pull the cards. I just want to tell you, in case you're only listening to the introduction, to see if you're actually going to watch one of these. I'm going to be looking into how you perceive this person, how this person perceives you, how this connection it's going to make both of you feel. Also, how the connection, it's going how you interpret the connection as well. I'm going to be asking your spirit guides how they feel about the connection. I'm asking your soul how your soul and the other person's soul as well. What is it that you guys want to work on in this union? Why are you together in this connection, right? And then the last thing will be asking what you are going to accomplish by being in this connection, okay, in this lifetime, short or long as the relationship, after it materializes, however long of a period of time that you guys are together, I want to see what it is that you're gaining from it, kind of like the fruit of it, right? So just gonna go ahead and get these out of the way. And I did pick one of these cards for your piles, but these are not it. These are just for show. I don't mean to like lie to you or anything, but it's the cards are already picked. I will say that I did not look at any of the cards, okay? If I glanced at one or two, it was because they kind of flipped and I was still called to keep them, but I was asking for them to not to be turned over. Also, some piles have a little more cards than others. Even though I had a structure in place, you could, you know, if you're watching this, you know that there's no rules when it comes to this. It's, you know, whatever you're called to do in the moment. So that's what I'm going with. All right, so I'm just gonna start with pile one. If you're not choosing this pile, pile two and pile three is gonna be in the description. Just go to that. Go ahead and click on that. Okay. All right, so let's start with pile one. Hello, pile one. If you chose Desert Rose, this is your reading. I will say, pile one, if you just sat through the whole introduction, you heard me say that I actually did not see the cards for any of the piles. However, however, the cards, these two that represent how you see this person, I did see them. I did see them, and I'm very excited about them because they are beautiful cards. when these two cards flipped over and I saw them again, you're pile one, right? So I was getting it ready. I was like, okay, I'm doing the right reading. This is the right reading. Your pile literally confirmed for me that I should be doing this collective reading, like this piles. But yeah, I'm very excited. Okay, so let me stop blabbering on. This one I'm going to look at last because this is from one of the decks that I made. Like, it's handmade. It's just like doodles, channel messages, songs. You know, I don't know what's here behind this, obviously, but that is what it entails. So we're just gonna look that. We're gonna leave that as confirmation, kind of, for everything, and then as I pull these, I'll just go over everything that I'm asking with each deck, okay? So like I said, I did see these, and these represent how you see this person, okay? Are you ready? I don't think you're ready. The Emperor and the Empress. If you're new to tarot, this is a divine counterpart. If you're not new to tarot, you know how excited I got when I got these two. So this is how you see this person, okay? Now, I did not see any other cards. The only two cards that I saw were these. So that's why I said I'm very excited to see your pile. You'll see this person as completely balanced. They truly do embody one of the best qualities that you've they have such good qualities. This person's one of the best people you've ever met, honestly. That's what it feels like. You see them as powerful yet gentle. They're giving yet they're firm in their boundaries and they know what they want. Very it's This person is a beautiful person that's coming into your life. Your next romantic relationship, I should reiterate. All right, with these, this is how they see you. So I'm excited about that. Interesting. Page of Swords and the Nine of Cups. Okay. So you're very honest. They perceive you as very honest. Maybe very giving. Sometimes a little too much. You take away from yourself to give to others is what I'm seeing over here for some reason. Also, you have a very sharp tongue. I have to mention it. I have to say it. I just want to say also that the fact that we got divine counterparts here kind of makes me think that you, it's almost like you see them as your divine counterpart. Now, do they see you the same way? I am not sure. They see a lot of potential in you, but it's almost like they don't know much about you. You see how in this one she's handing out the roses. This one, it's kind of hidden behind her. It's almost like you've you're being perceived as someone who keeps to themselves, and that's why there's not much that they can draw uh, from, like, conclusion wise. Or you might be a little timid, a little shy, but again, the potential is there. Okay. All right, so then I'm gonna ask, how is this connection gonna make you feel, both of you, right? So one card for you. Wow. Loyal heart. And one card for them. Fork in the road. Okay, that makes sense. They're not sure about you, but you're sure about them. That's interesting. It's almost like they feel that you have a lot of choices, which is why they're trying to keep it light. Or it's almost like they feel like you have a lot of choices, and that's why you're not forthcoming, in the sense of, like, I don't understand with the because there's a little owl up here too. See, there's two owls here, and there's a little owl here too. So that's one of those owls that eventually makes the right decision to head the right way. It says pool right here. That's interesting. It's a little fork as well. Okay, let me keep going just to see how this develops, okay? And if I have any more questions, I'll just use another deck to clarify, because I'm a little confused about this right here, but we'll keep going. Okay, so with the animal spirit, I wanted to ask how this connection is going to feel for both of you. So this is, because, okay, this might give me some information, because here it kind of looks a little bit like someone's giving too much, and then the other person, even though you're giving, it doesn't feel, they feel like you're not giving. Or it might be that you're not giving anymore. That makes sense. That would make sense. You are all in when it comes to this, but this person questions this because they feel like you question it. That's kind of like what it feels like. Elephant. Wow. Fire element. This is beautiful. I just have to say the Empress is associated with Taurus, and this stone, this crystal, is associated with Taurus placements as well. I just got that. I also have Aries here, if that's significant for some of you, or, you know, water signs, and then air signs. Everyone's here. Everyone's here. I just heard in my head, matter of fact, who's everyone? Where's everybody from? Do you guys know that audio? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. All right. You might be meeting this person in like a group setting, but I'm telling you, you're smitten by this person like right away. Look, there's two keys here. Literally, it's, they're on top of like an egg, so it's like a creation that they have to go. There's two hearts. They're looking at each other. It's a beautiful energy. You truly do think that this could be like your person, and it's almost like, now the elephants make me think of how elephants have a great memory. It's almost like you remember this person from a past life, or they remember you from a past life. There's a fire here between you. There really is. Something that you cannot ignore. This connection brings a lot of light and enlightenment in general to both of you. I feel like this other person just has to make up their mind. They're in that, yeah, they're the ones at the fork in the road. Maybe because of how intense this is, that would make sense to me. And obviously, please don't make this fit into your situation if it's not it. But, you know, obviously, if someone doesn't want to be with you, they don't want to be with you. But whether they see this potential or not. If they don't want to be with you, they won't be with you, is what I'm trying to say. But it's almost like I don't want to say that the reason why they're unsure is because it's so intense. Because even if it is intense, if they're the person meant for you, they'll still they'll pursue you. They will, but it's almost like after they're very, very sure, this person moves slow and steady, but they're very sure of themselves. And that's what you want. They're very wise. Both of you are very wise. For both of you, this connection seems like an odd pairing, but the right kind of pairing, because now I'm looking at the tusk, how they're different. One is broken, one is not. What a beautiful energy. With the Moonology cards, I just want to see what your spirit guides have to say about this connection. Be bold and make the first move. The energy is gaining momentum. Cardinal moon and waxing moon, which almost look the same to me, but obviously they're not. That's beautiful. They have the same little colors as this one. Be bold and make the first move. The energy is gaining momentum. Yeah, the elephant is moving. Again, now it reminds me of the Knight of Pentacles. Very slow moving, but very sure of where they're going. They're going to arrive at their destination. It's just, there's a little decision to be made. I feel like you guys are loyal to each other, though. I'm almost seeing this reading now with how I'm laying out the cards, just because I don't know, that this wasn't my initial plan for the layout, but it's working. I'm seeing like this is like higher perspective, higher self kind of thing, and this could be your 3D reality in the moment. There's a lot in this connection happening in the background that maybe you're not seeing it. Maybe you haven't met this person yet, or maybe you have, but it's almost like you need to meet again, because when you did meet, the energies were a little bit unbalanced and you got the wrong impression of each other, when in reality you are you are this person. You're an empress and an emperor who are divine counterparts, so there could be some confusion there. Here, oh my God, I can't believe I flipped it before I said it. What both your souls want to heal and work on in this union, on your purpose. You want to work on your purpose. You both are carrying this fire within. And you have an inner knowing about it. You really do. Well, I know that you do, because this is the energy of the person that I'm reading for. If it's the other way around, please, by all means, flip it. But I'm reading for this. And this is how you perceive them. And this is how you perceive this connection. So you know that this person is your counterpart. I think the other person is the one who has to come around to it. You know you have a purpose together. Okay? And your souls are saying here that they will accomplish that purpose. That is what you are going to be working on. It's just a matter of time. With the imagery here, I'm almost seeing like the right. It's all about timing, and almost like there's like an explosion. And I'm also seeing like rays of light. You're grounding a lot of light codes, and you're going to be doing even more of that when you come into union, when you're together with this person. And then this last card, it's going to be, what will you really do accomplish? What will I'm getting tongue-tied now. What will this connection help you both accomplish? Okay. Oh, delight. Count your blessings and enjoy life. Take pleasure in simple things. Always expect the best. Maybe, not maybe, I'm gonna say what I'm hearing. You both have had a really hard life. This person probably more than you, but I feel like both of you have had a really hard life. This person has a hard time with the truth and making up their mind and making decisions, and you have a hard time with oversharing, overgiving. Not oversharing in a bad way. It is only bad because you take from yourself to give to others, and I think while it is part of your purpose to be very giving, you also have to make sure you are coming from a place of stability yourself to be able to then give unto others. You guys are both very powerful, intuitive, amazing people. It's just, I think there's miscommunication. There might be miscommunication in the moment and there's a separation and you guys are coming together, or there's miscommunication when you first interact and meet, and then it'll take a little while for both of your minds to settle. It kind of like mind, soul, and spirit have to settle in a way for then this to like flourish, you know? All right, let's see what this says. Oh, it's a rune. Okay, so it's a rune message that I channeled, okay? Dagas and Haglas. This is interesting. I will allow my inner light to shine. May it melt away the winter that kept me stagnant. My may wisdom be my guide and love my vehicle. Interesting, you guys. Okay. May my path be an end to sorrow because I can see my failures as teachers, a source of luck that holds hands with lessons. May I continue to be thankful for the nights and days of my soul. Wow. You guys are so deep. You guys are, again, you're divine counterparts. You've reached a level of inner knowing and just growth in general that it's not easy to do. It's not easy to do, and you've done it, and you're going to just add on to that when you come together. Beautiful reading, and I honestly truly wish you guys the best. Thank you so much for sharing this energy with me, and I hope to see you in the next one. Let me pick up and move on to part 2. If you're here in the in-betweens, hello, welcome, I see you. All right, let's go ahead and do pile 2, Malachite. All right. Hello, pile 2. So you guys chose Malachite. Just a little bit of intro in case you did not see the intro, which is okay. You don't have to go back and watch it. So I have a lot of cards here. I'm going to ask a lot of questions. I'll go through the questions as I pull the cards for you. And then this one is the last card. This is from a deck that I made myself. I don't know what's here because I haven't seen any of the cards. This I'm going to look at last. It could be a channeled message. It could also be, oh, that fell. Okay, that's interesting. Sign. It could be a channeled message for you. I don't know. Channeled message. It could be a song. It could be some, I don't know, doodles that I made. Whatever it is, I'll interpret it when I see it. So for some reason, when I was pulling for this pile, I kept I connected with obviously your crystal and then you guys' energy, and I kept calling this Mr. Malachite, and I don't know if that's because of what's that show that someone's called Malachite, or am I wrong? I don't know. I think there's a TV show or like a cartoon or something. I kept saying Mr. Malachite, so that's interesting. That could be something for someone. All right, so with this one, we're going to see how you perceive this person. This is going to be obviously after you you know them a bit and you're considering them in a romantic kind of way, because obviously this is about your next romantic relationship. So interesting. The wheel and death. Holy crap. Pile 1 also had two major arcanas in how they view their person. Holy shit. So powerful. I'm so sorry I keep cursing, but that's very powerful shit. All right. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. You see them as someone who transforms constantly, reinvents themselves constantly, but it's because um they're lucky in the sense that they turn their luck around, if that makes sense. You know that their luck does not come from just it falling on their lap. You know that this person is where they are today because of the deep transformation that they had to go through. All of these piles, you guys are very you're far along in your spiritual path, and even if you don't consider yourself to be in a spiritual path, I'm so sorry to break your bubble. You are. If you're watching this, you are, and if you're not in it, you are in it. It's just you haven't realized it yet. Maybe you come into the realization soon. This person has gone. You see how much this person has gone through transformation after transformation, and all they've done was just heal and rise above and rise above and rise above it all. And you admire that very much. Okay. This is how this person sees you. The Hangman and the Nine of Swords. I don't understand why. It's almost like that's that person saying, I don't understand. They I'm reading these cards so interesting today. They see that you have like out of the box ideas, and it's almost like they admire that. They admire your connection to other realms, and it could kind of, they see how this intuitiveness of yours confuses you and might make you overthink and might make you have anxiety about stuff. They understand, that you're someone who's reaching for enlightenment. That, yeah, because I just mentioned the whole thing about, if you don't know, you're in a spiritual path, you are now, like, or you've always been. It's almost like they see that. Okay, I have to say something before I keep going. And I think I'm just going to have to say it for the other pile as well. These energies, it really, for me, it feels a lot like you are perceiving this person how they are, right? And this person's perceiving you, yeah, how you are. But it's like you both are perceiving just one side of each other. Because at the end, you guys are so, I want to say you're alike. You're alike in the sense that this could always be flipped. Or both things are true about you and both things can be true about this person, if that makes sense. Wow, that was so much to say. All right, so the next one is, I'm sorry, I'm like stretching my back. You guys, your energy is kind of a little bit heavy. I'm not saying that for a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. But there's just a lot of alignment, transformation, a lot of alchemy, like two energies together. See the light and the dark, and then the light, literally same here, it's just there. Yeah, okay. So how is this connection going to make you feel? Exchanging gifts. Interesting. I'm going to say what else I think about that card. Um, and then how is this connection going to make them feel? Go the distance. Wow. I like how it's 27 and 47. This card, when it has come up in love readings for me before, and I just said the whole thing about how you guys can be flipped, like both things can be for you. This makes me think of that energy of what I said, exchanging gifts. You guys could exchange gifts, like spiritual gifts, with each other when you come into union, or that could be something, because there's two figures here. It's almost like when they're in the dark, you have awareness about this, and when they have awareness, you're in the dark about it, but it's on purpose. It's meant to be that way. That's why you guys have to be together. Like you go the distance, you actually get out of being in one spot or another when you come into union, because then together you it's almost like you soar through your spiritual path, or your, I don't know, you guys are very tapped in the sense of like you have a high purpose, very interesting purpose. You're supposed to bring all of these energies forward to the world, to people around you. It's almost like there's stars on the floor here, stars kind of like going like this from the sky to you in a barren, what's the word, okay, in a desert. You're still powerful, and it's almost like it's it's like falling away. It's almost like you're transforming as you go. What a beautiful energy. You go in the distance, quite literally, for each other. I feel like that's this person as well. You also could be at a distance from each other. That could be for some of you. And for a very small collective of you, this person could be what you're perceiving as a death and rebirth here in the wheel. It could actually be this person. I don't want to say that this person is changing for you. They are changing for themselves, but in doing so, like good relationships challenge you and make you grow and change for the better, for your betterment. It's not just the betterment of the other person or the betterment of the relationship. Someone that you're with that truly wants the best for you wants you to succeed and be happy. And then everything else will just trickle down eventually. It'll trickle to the relationship, and then it'll trickle back to them. Just because when you're happy, everyone's around you is happy. It's contagious. Like laughing, like crying, so yeah. And then we're gonna use the animal spirit to see how this connection is going to like the connecting energies between you two. I did get two cards for this one, and I usually only get one, but I don't remember why I got two for you guys. Oh, I remember why. It's because I saw this one. I did not see any of the cards, but this one fell on the floor, and I picked it up, and I did see it. And this ties into your reading. It makes sense to me now, because I was seeing a spiral here. There's also like, you guys feel confused with the spider, like being caught in a web kind of thing. And then the reason why I got two is because this was at the bottom of the deck, and this is the snake, and it has a flower of life here. And I just thought how I have to take it. I was like, oh, I have to take this one because it looks like this. You see how it culminates in like, and then the same thing here. Does that make sense to you? Like, I'm seeing it. It's kind of like the same energy, and that's what I want to say. The fact that I have a snake on my finger here, dude. And this is earth energy. They're both earth energy. Wow. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys are more alike than you think. Also, that transformation thing, snakes, they shed their skin every once in a while. It's like They truly transform, but they're still themselves. And that makes me think of the death card. But there's so much life, and there's so much that you guys are weaving together. Okay, I don't want you to think this is not confusion, okay, or a trap. This is beautiful. It's colorful. It's almost like embodying your. It's like you tell a beautiful story with what you have, right? Because the spider creates their own web. They don't go outside of themselves to find materials for it. They create from themselves, and I feel like that's this collective here. You have a lot of gifts. You have a lot of spiritual gifts, maybe that you have not uncovered, or you are going to uncover together. And those spiritual gifts are going to push you guys, kind of like, not push you forcefully. It's going to make you want to go the distance for each other and for your collective, for your family, your collective. And you're in constant, you both are going to be in constant upgrades and what's the word that I'm looking for? I'm looking for a specific word. The fact that you also got oh no, wait, well, I was supposed to never mind, because I'm moving on to the Moonology card, and I was like, oh, you guys got two cards, but no, I pulled two cards for everybody. What your spirit guides want to say about this connection. I'm very interested in what this is, okay? A win-win outcome is forecast. Libra. Full moon in Libra. Libra placements might be significant for you. No fucking way, dude. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? In this deck, there's a lot of cards in this deck, okay? And there's only two of each, because a full moon and then a new moon. And you guys got both in Libra. Libra is super significant. And look at this. When outcome is forecast, a new romantic cycle begins. Wow. Whoever this whoever's watching this, if you know this person, you're really close to being together. And if you don't know this person, you are really close to meeting them and then being together. Honestly, because I see it now, because there's so much for you to do here. Okay, let's dig into the rest. With the soul card, I want to see what you guys are working in at a soul level in this connection. Wow. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fears with confidence. I see that here. The Nine of Swords, you get out of this energy, you get out of this confusion, and it comes from a place of strength and courage. Wow. You see how this kind of looks like this too? I'm a very visual person, but I also just enjoy, just like, oh my God, I just realized, two earth signs, Libra. I'm sorry, I'm like mesmerized by your pile. A lot of purple, crown activation. Again, you guys are very, very intuitive people, very tapped in people. And then the last card from the unicorns is going to be about what you will accomplish in this connection. Now, this doesn't mean that this is the only purpose for you guys coming together, but this is part of it, okay? Obviously, you have a lot more than just this, because I've mentioned it, but let's see. Wow. Partnership. Teamwork will give you a better result. Find trustworthy people to partner with. Build up a talented support team. Yeah, you guys, I think you guys are going to come into union with yourself and then find your soul family. You guys might have past lives as horses. Horses might be very significant to you as well. You could also be born in the year of the horse, which is, you're gonna have to look that up. I know I was born in the year of the horse, which is 1990. So if you were born in the 90s and also in 2000 and, oh my God, what's the other one? 2002, I think it's also a horse. Yeah, it's every 12 years, I think. Yeah. Um, so that's interesting. That's very interesting. This is a beautiful card as well. The colors are here kind of just show up all together in this. They kind of blend together. It's like you follow each other's lead. You guys are both beautiful, beautiful souls. Quite frankly, such a deep and like deep rooted and just also calming and transformative connection that you guys have here. Okay, let's look at this one. This is interesting. This is one card that I just kind of doodled on. So it says love, love, light, and then it says I love the grass is greener here with a winky face. Love, love, light, and then there's a lot of like infinity symbols. How interesting. Okay. Partnership, love and light. Love and light. I wish you guys the best. This is truly a beautiful connection that's headed your way, or it's in your doorstep, or it's literally you're already in it almost. I feel like you do know about each other. Maybe you just don't know that what you actually mean to each other yet. But beautiful nonetheless. Thank you so much for sharing that energy with me. And I hope to see you in the next one, Pal, too. And hello again to those that are in the in-between, if you're watching this. All right, let's set up for Pal 3. Hello, Pal 3. This is the crystal that I can't really say the name for some reason. I'm so sorry. I can't. It's like one of the most complicated ones. It's Lilac Lepidolite, and I feel like I'm saying that wrong. I'm probably not, but I feel like I am. Let me go over everything in case you missed the intro, which is okay. You don't have to go back and watch it or anything. As I pull the cards, I'm going to mention again the questions that I'm trying to answer with each of them. I have a couple of questions, so that's why. And then at the end, we're going to see this card. I have not seen any of your cards, okay? And I haven't seen this one either. This is a deck that I made, and it could be... In this deck, I did some channeled messages that I channeled with runes. I also did some songs, and then I have like doodles and stuff that I did. So we're just gonna look at that as confirmation at the end, okay? So for you guys, so let's see what is coming your way in your next romantic relationship, okay? With this card, I want to ask how you're going to perceive this person, how you perceive them in a romantic way. When you think about them in a romantic way, this is kind of like what comes to mind for you, okay? So let's see. King of Swords, love that, and the Hierophant. A very honest, tapped in, like spiritually tapped in with the crow or the raven. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's a raven, and the dragonfly here. Also, lots of wisdom. Lots of wisdom. They could also be the fact that this is associated with Libra, but we had so much Libra placement in the last pile, which is weird. But maybe if you're called to the last pile, to pile 2, this might be also, that reading might be also for you. But You don't have to go watch it, but it could be. It could be. Just because this is Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. He has two swords. It's almost like one that he wields himself, and then this sword, because it almost looks like not solid to me, looks like the sword that like their spirit team kind of like holds with them. That's so interesting. This person's also, you see them as a warrior for the truth and a warrior for the light, especially because with the Hierophant here, you also see them as someone that has a lot of, like, they have marriage potential, to be quite honest. But they have a lot of knowledge, esoteric knowledge as well. Again, yeah, there's so many little symbols here. You see them as heading towards a lot of enlightenment, or they're very enlightened. They're very insightful. This is also Taurus energy. They're grounded, they're insightful, they're smart, they're witty with the air. They're good looking too. They have a really, they appear to be a little bit cold to the outside world kind of thing, but once you get to know them, they're softies, with the pink and they're very, even though they're represented by the Hierophant, even like within the Hierophant is also like very, think of like the Hierophant, it's like the Pope in the regular tarot, and there's two people praying in front of him, like asking for his blessings or whatever. Very authoritative kind of energy. However, this person's a softie, which is lovely. Or maybe you perceive them as being soft for you, which is, I think is even more cute. So, all right. So how would this person perceive you? Or how do they perceive? I'm so sorry, you guys. We got cut off because of storage issues, but I did show you these two cards. So the fact that they see you as the Knight of Swords in reverse, and it's clarifying the King of Swords, which is same energy, right? And then the Hierophant is an earth element being clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. And then the Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight, and then the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight, but it's like a for sure thing. This is more of like I want to quickly get to where I'm going no matter what. But this is more of steady, slow and steady wins the race. I know what I want. I'm working towards it. It's very grounded, right? So they might see you as someone who fluctuate between these two, or you embody those two energies as well. I like how they see the same elements that you see in them, they see in you, just in a different way, I guess, in a different aspect. I'm being called to look at the moon here. And then the fact that there's the two swords here, and I was mentioning how there's two swords in this card as well. I don't know, it feels very like it goes together in a way. Yeah, all right, so let's keep going. So now I'm going to ask how this person and you are going to feel in this connection. So this is how you feel. Wow. Yang. Okay. So you might be the feminine energy here. Again, gender, it's not gender specific, but you might be the feminine energy here. And then, wow, this is how they feel. Soulmates. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. They just left me speechless with this one. They feel like you're their soulmate, and you feel like they're so easy to be around. They're gentle, they're kind. They make you feel in your feminine energy. They help you feel all like nice and like sweet for some reason. And then you make them feel like they make the right choice and they pick the right person, their forever person. Wow. For some of you, this is going to be a really long relationship. If not, like a marriage. I said marriage over here. So a very, this is a very deep connection for some of you. Okay. So with the animal spirit, I want to see how this connection, what's the energy of the connection, okay? So energetically, ooh, vulture, I like that. I like that a lot. I like this because the vulture helps, the vulture is digest anything. So you guys, this tells me that you guys can transmute or get through anything. Like there could be arguments or things that you don't agree on, but you'll work through it because again, you can digest anything because you do it for the betterment of yourself and then of this connection, this relationship as well. I'm going to read from the book for a second because this is air energy, by the way, and we started with air here. So, but I'm going to read for just a second from the book because I think the vulture is associated with like, it's also like, so when in balance, clarity and reveals wisdom. I like that because wisdom is a good, like a good, it's a big thing for you guys here. So it's a guardian and purifier, essential for rebalance. Yeah. Yep. All right. So with the moonology, I am very intrigued by what this would say because this is what your spirit guides think of this, okay? Communication is key, new moon in Gemini. I like that because this has Gemini placements. Communication, and you have swords here. So yeah, communication is key and you have a new moon. Wow, you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. Okay. Some of you might think that you're not deserving, or not think, it's almost like you might feel like you're not deserving of this beautiful love that's coming, this soulmate that's coming your way, but you truly are. You truly are. You're, look at this, you're so again, air and earth and air, earth and air. It's like I want to say yin and yang when I look at that card. Soulmates. Someone has a heart, someone has a key. Wow. You both are enough, okay? Both of you. I think this is the message for both of you. You both are enough. Maybe whenever you have a separation here, the way you get through it is with communication, because this being here as the energy of 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 this connection, and how I said, I was lost for words again for all of a sudden. And then I said how you can digest anything for your betterment and then the betterment of this relationship. So it's, you get through things by communicating. It's, your guys are almost giving you like a foreshadowing thing here. It's like if you ever struggle here with this person, communication is key. There's a lot of love that they have to give. They're very giving, very, very gentle and very sweet. Okay, and I think that's both of you for sure. But both of you can be very sharp with your words as well. So you kind of have to keep that like in balance. Come from a place of love is what I heard. Okay, with the soul card, I want to see what your souls want to work on with this union. Oh my goodness. Dolphins might be very significant for you. Dolphins are lovely animals. They're so cute. Okay. Happiness. I am aware that being happy means I am on the right path. Yes. I think you guys will know when you're on the right path, and you will know if you chose the right person or not for you. If that's something that you worry about, okay? If that is something that you worry about, you will know because you're going to feel happiness with this person. Just genuine happiness. There's not going to be hidden motives. There's not going to be like an agenda that you need to follow. It's just simply being yourselves and knowing that you're meant for each other. And you just go with that. It's almost like you take that and run with it, you know? And then this, I'm very interested about this because this is going to tell us what you both are going to accomplish in this connection, okay? So, kind of like, I don't want to say, well, it is the purpose of you coming together, okay? Kind of like all around for your betterment and also in in a grander scheme of things, because all of these piles kind of are very intuitive and very connected people, people that are on a spiritual path. So I think you guys obviously have a deep purpose in this world. So I'm sorry, I'm burping, and I'll just take that as confirmation, okay? Wow. Yeah, of course. Yes. Look at this. Leadership and prosperity. I almost want to see that. I almost want to say that you see how these two, it's green and then you both come together and you bring, one of you brings this element, which you're a natural born leader. And then one of you, it's a natural born magnet for prosperity in all aspects of your life. This could be monetary, but this is also like an emotional, and when it comes to work, relationships, everything. You bring forward, you or this person, or it could be interchangeable, but so you both solidify these energies when you come into union with each other. Leadership. Step into your leadership, share your message, inspire and empower others. I said that there's a lot of you that your calling is not just this relationship. Your calling is a very high one, and it's one, I just heard one for the ages, but it's also one for the betterment of humanity. And then prosperity. A gift of money is on its way. Your income is increasing. Manage your finances with love. I said that. I said, as long as you come from a place of love, I don't think you could go wrong here, like at all. Okay? Let me look at this. It's a channeled message. I think it was a channeled message for everybody. No. There was one of them that just got like a doodle that I did. Kenas and Thurisas. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I'm not really good with the names of the runes, okay? But may you continue to rise from the fire of a lightning strike, because you've learned that destruction guides transformation. Whoa. Makes me think of this energy. It's almost like you take the pile of crap that no one wants to really rumble through it or eat or digest or kind of like decipher, and that's what you guys tackle, and that's where you guys become leaders, and that's where you guys find your prosperity. And the nitty gritty things that people almost don't want to acknowledge or don't want to deal with, you find a way to make that your purpose. You have a calling together for some. It's deep. You're gonna have to know. You're both are gonna navigate what this is when you come into union with each other. Obviously, a confirmation. My timer went off. But it's also there's so much purpose here. There's so much purpose for you. I want to read this again. May you continue to rise from the fire of a lightning strike, because you've learned that destruction guides transformation. Beautiful. A lot of transformation has had to happen for you guys to align to each other. This is what it looks like to me. It's kind of like your forever person, and I haven't said that for any of the piles. So you guys, there's a lot that has to come into alignment for you to meet, but once you do, it's a forever thing. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you so much for sharing this with me. Many blessings to you both. And I hope this resonated. And I hope to see you in the next pick a pile if you do watch it. Thank you. Have a good day.